Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Successful Women's TV show. My name is Galit Ventura Rosen. I am co-founder of Everyday Woman TV, an entrepreneur and a professional speaker. One of my favorite things to do is showcase women from all over the world that are making a difference. Today, I am excited to interview Dr. Jacqueline King. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Colette. It's a pleasure to be with you and to finally see your beautiful face.
Yes, you too. I know that we're connecting through a mutual friend, and it's always fun when I get referrals to interview amazing women. And I'm excited to share a little bit about your bio, and then we're going to jump right in to a topic that is near and dear to my heart, which I believe is such a big part of success, which is why networking is critical for success. So we're going to be talking about that today. A little bit about Dr. Jacqueline King. She is the CEO and founder of Black Women Empowered. You've spent 26 years in various management positions for the largest electric and gas company in New Jersey. I know that you're in Indiana now, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. And you have received numerous awards and certificates of appreciation, including the YMCA New Jersey Minority Achievers Award for community service and professionalism. You have served on numerous boards. I'm not even going to try to name them all, in nonprofit and in the professional world, as well as in 2012, you founded Black Women Empowered Incorporated and Black Women Empowered Safe Haven, which of course you mentioned is for all women and all races. It does not matter. And it's an online ministry network that empowers millions of people on a daily basis with, what is that? Is it posts, live broadcasts, health and wellness, and education? And it's a safe haven, a nonprofit organization that supports homeless and struggling veterans. Wow, this is amazing. It has provided support to struggling mothers, sponsored several food drives, coat drives, and financially supported the disabled veterans, as well as many food pantries and shelters. That is amazing. You hold a bachelor's of science in business administration, a master's, and of course, a PhD, a doctorate in philosophy of Christian counseling. So obviously, you've done so many things. And when I ask women to be part of the show, I always leave it open to whatever you feel like you want to talk about. So tell us why networking.
Yeah, so I actually started Black Women Empowered in 2012. And I just felt like women just don't network as well as men do. And so, I mean, coming out of corporate America, and I was in a male-dominated industry, the electric and gas company. We tend to shy away from speaking up and standing up for ourselves and letting our voices be heard. So I actually learned networking while I was in corporate America, but I found out how crucial it was in that arena and in life. So when starting Black Women Empowered, what I wanted women to do was to connect with one another and encourage one another and support one another, work together, which I think that we have a long way to go on making that happen where we're comfortable doing it and not fearing competition.
I completely agree. And I love when I get women on that have come from either corporate America or male dominated industries. I have as well. And where we're sitting sometimes in meetings with 10, 12 men and not even one woman. And it does mold you a little bit. I mean, to feel a part of that and to feel part of the team, we've had to learn how to do things a little bit differently. And I think in some shape or form, if you agree with me, Dr. King, it actually has benefited us. Don't you agree?
Absolutely. I can tell you for with certainty that I would not be where I am today with the 3 million followers on Facebook and 200,000 on LinkedIn and 14,000 on TikTok. I wouldn't be here if I didn't learn how to work with people from all backgrounds, education. It doesn't matter. But I was speaking to someone today. We have to learn to work together.
Yes.
It's no longer an option.
I love that. I love that so much. One of my favorite things about Everyday Woman and the platform that I've built with my business partner, Angela, is really about women from all over the world that come together. And technology today has made it even easier to network. Look, you're
Hmm.
in Indiana, I'm in Las Vegas. We get to meet each other, we get to talk, I get to interview you. So I'm thankful because it's actually made networking even a bigger platform than just going to events, which we won't undermine. Going to events in person is amazing as well. What are some of the tips or some of the things that have worked for you to allow you and give you the opportunity to be at the success that you are with your networking?
The first thing is persistence. Uh, a lot of people give up when they don't see results right away. And I'm telling you, this has not been an easy journey to get to the millions of followers and that we have, but it took consistency and persistence
Mm,
and being able to be rejected or told no or even being ridiculed. You kind of have to toughen up and put yourself out there because a lot of people don't feel comfortable approaching people, and asking, can you work with me or would you like to support me? I don't know if you know that I just formed a business partner with Beyonce's father, which
amazing.
is pretty amazing,
Yeah.
because we didn't know each other, but I took a chance to
Mm.
ask him, you know, um, can we do this? And he said yes.
Oh, I love that. So persistent and consistent, which I completely agree. And I agree that's in any part of your business or any part of a nonprofit that you're part of. And
Hmm.
I love that you use that example because it's something that people can relate to. Most people, if you agree, let me know, would never even think to do something like that because, oh, please, he's not even going to respond. He's going to laugh at me. I'm never going to hear back from him. What would you say to those that are listening that have this dream or this desire to reach out to somebody that's maybe at that level like you did, but don't?
I would say go for it. I mean, I've reached out to Michelle Obama. I have not heard anything. I've reached out to Oprah. Um, let's see, Ellen DeGeneres. I mean, tons of people. But that doesn't, just because they didn't respond, it's not going to stop me. I'm going to keep on. Uh, I'm going to keep on going and asking, because if you don't ask, the answer is always going to be no.
Right. So, really, if you think about it for a minute, you're in the same place you were before you didn't ask. Because when you didn't ask, you didn't even try. But when you do ask, there's a possibility that you might get some kind of response.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love
And
that.
and fear holds more people back from succeeding than anything else.
It sure
Uh,
does.
I People don't believe it, but I used to be afraid of public speaking. And I had a mentor that told me when I was in corporate America, oh, you do everything well, but you have to master this public speaking. And I was like, no way am I going to do that. And he pushed me. I mean, I absolutely love it now, but I was scared to death.
So many people are terrified of public speaking. I think it's one of the top three fears in the United States. And it's so interesting because so many of us, I have the same thing. I was terrified to get up in class when I was a kid and speak, and now I'm getting paid to speak. And it's funny, isn't it, how sometimes our path is actually some of our biggest fears?
Yes, absolutely. But
Well,
that's
what other,
go ahead.
go ahead, Dr.
No, I'm saying, well, that is something that, I think everybody needs to try to overcome. You may not ever do it for a career, but you're going to have to be able to communicate and speak if you're going to be successful in anything, really.
Yes, yes. Oh, I love the way that you said that. What is another tip that maybe we can give everybody about successful networking and why it's so critical?
Yeah. So when I say networking right now, I'm talking social media because that is my
I love it.
platform.
I love
Um,
that.
so to me, make it your business. to be on, at least learn the different platforms. You may not become an expert in all of them, uh, and you may not even become an expert in any of them, but you need to be out there because you're going to miss a lot of opportunities if you're not familiar with social media. It's not going anywhere.
It really isn't. And it also has opened up our world to so many opportunities. So, the way that you're reaching out to people directly through social media, I'm reaching out to them to be on my show. And just last week, I reached out to an actress that I've been watching on some of my television shows for years. And I said, I'd love to have you be on my show. And I actually commented because I've been commenting on a lot of her posts, and she doesn't have a humongous following just yet, so she's seeing them, and she seems to be the one that's responding. And I said, I'd love to have you on my show. And she said, let's do it, it sounds like fun. So I've gotten 2 women now just from social media that I would never think would want to be interviewed. And I figure I'll send 10 messages, I might get 1, I might not get none. But like you said, what do I have to lose? Because it's just a message that I'm sending. And sometimes it's timing. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely, absolutely. When I first met Dr. Knowles, the funny thing is we both got our PhD from the same institution,
Amazing.
and but we weren't there at the same time.
Right?
I actually have 2 doctors. I have an honorary and an earned, and he was the keynote speaker for my honorary. But I didn't get a chance to talk to him because we only had, after he spoke, he left. So, just me going back, and I've interviewed him twice, and me going back and him taking the time to look at what I'm doing. So, if you're going to go out there, at least know your business, be
Yes.
able to present it well,
Yes.
articulate, and give them a reason to even take a look at it.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Do you have a little tip or a secret tip in the messages that you're sending or the way that you're connecting with them that we could share with our viewers? That's something that's worked for you in the past?
Well, I've done so many. I've done so many things. I started out when I started out. They didn't even have Facebook Live. We started out on Blog Talk Radio. For 5 years, I
Yeah.
did Blog Talk. I did my interviews on Blog Talk Radio. We did Periscope. So the biggest tip I would say is keep up with technology. You have got to. You can't stay in the same place,
Mm.
even as big as Facebook is. Look at TikTok. TikTok is blowing up. I am 65 years old.
There is no excuse, ladies. No
No
excuse.
excuse. And I have 14,000 followers on TikTok.
Amazing.
And I just took a chance. I said, well, I don't know anything about TikTok, but I'm going to give it a try. And I did. And here we are.
I'm going to go make sure I follow you now. I want to see your videos. I'm sure I'm such a visual person, Dr. King, that I do so much better when I see people. And obviously, that's why I think a platform like that does so well. But I love that. So I'll make sure to go follow you when we're done. It'll
Please.
be fun to watch all of your videos and get to know more about what you're doing. I would love it if you shared the website, more about what you are doing with Black empowered women, and more about how those that are watching and listening can connect with you.
Absolutely. So our website is blackwomanempowered.org. And if you
Okay.
go there, down the bottom, you can follow all of our social media pages. But our
Okay.
new business network is BWEbusinessnetwork.com. And that's where you can actually um, see videos with Dr. Knows himself. We have experts that come on and they pour into your lives: real estate, nonprofit, entrepreneurship. I do social media. We have inspiration, and you can create your own page. Now, this is a membership, and it's like, so I tell people it's less than $9 a month,
Amazing.
$97 for a year. You cannot afford not to. And also, if you go up to the next package, you can actually share your books, products, shows, whatever. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
It really is. It's such a great way to network, and you're making it almost easier for those that are listening and watching because you've already got a built-in network there waiting for them.
That's right.
So they're going to go out and try to find one person at a time, and you've already got a built-in network of people that are probably a lot of them their ideal client for those that are listening and watching,
And not just that, but look, you get to meet women from all over the world.
which we love.
It's great opportunity for collaboration or either
Yes.
just picking their brains to find out how they did what they did. Or, and so it's opportunity all the way around.
Yes, and I want to put out there again, even though it's called Black Women Empowered, it's for everybody. This is about women. So please reach out and please check out both of the websites. It's a great way to get connected. Make sure to follow Dr. King on TikTok and all the other platforms. It'll be fun to watch you. And I appreciate you taking the time today and sharing those critical networking and really how important it is to your success. Thank you so much for being with me today.
Colette, thank you for having me. And you're a beautiful queen. We call it in our,
Oh, you
our, our
too.
circle, we call the women queens.
I love
And
that.
I'll
I'll
have to
take
have
it.
I'll have to interview you on my platform.
Oh, I would love that. I appreciate that so much. And my favorite thing is how women from all over the world connect me with women from all over the world. So of course, you know that I love our girl, and she's just like a sister to me. So I'm
It's
so
amazing.
appreciative that we've been connected. I hope one day to meet you in person, and I appreciate you taking the time. And thank you to everyone that's watching and listening to the Successful Women Show. My name is Galit Ventura Rosen, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Thank you. God bless.